Hey guys, thanks for tuning in again. Today we're going to go ahead and talk about the Hilton Waikoloa Village. This is a Hilton resort on the Big Island of Hawaii, and this is an amazing place, especially for families. If you have kids, this is like the Disneyland hotel of Hawaii. Yes, I know Disney has their own property, Alani, and I'm not talking about that, but this is similar to a Disney resort property in the sense that it has water slides, pools, huge amount of pools. It has various number of pools. You can swim with dolphins. It's got a boat that you can take within the resort, and it actually has its own monorail. A monorail? Yeah, a monorail. What? That's crazy, right? I know. Yeah, so it's got its own monorail too to take you within the resort. I'll show you some footage of that here in a little bit. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the video. So like I said, this hotel is located on the Big Island of Hawaii. It's on the western side, on the Kona side, close to the airport, maybe about 30 miles or 30 minutes north of there. And you can see that this is a huge property. I can't show you all of it, but it actually has 3 separate buildings. I know one of them is called the Palace Tower, and the other one is called the Ocean Tower, which is where we stayed at. And I can't quite remember what the third tower is called, or the third building. But this place is huge. It's got a lot of pools. This pool right here is a smaller pool that I'm showing you that's closer to the Ocean Tower side. And then the Ocean Tower itself kind of has its own little lagoon or water area. You can't swim in there, but this is what it is right here. And you can see kind of the boat tracks in the water over there. And it's got its own pool too, but this is the adults only pool. And so, like I said, one of the cool things about this place is it has its own boat. And you can see this here. This is at nighttime. This is on the night that we arrived. Of course, as soon as we got here, we had to eat, and then we got onto the boat to go ahead and go for a nice boat ride. And it was nice being able to see all the stars in the sky. This is the coolest thing. Look at this. There's a monorail. A monorail, and it's not like just like a one little car monorail. It's got like 5, 6 cars, and sometimes it actually gets packed. And this will take you basically all the way to the other side of the resort too. Similar to the Grand Wailea, for you Hilton Honors members that are Diamond or Gold, you do get a free continental breakfast. I would pay the small additional fee to get the upgrade to the full breakfast buffet. It was pretty good. The highlight, at least for my daughter here, is the donuts, as you can see on her plate. Part of a balanced, nutritious breakfast. Look at that donut wall. How crazy is that? If you don't want to wait for the monorail to take the boat, you can walk, and it's pretty cool because you can see all this artwork along the path, as you can see here. I thought that was actually pretty cool. And then, of course, now let's get to the water sports. So they have this little lagoon area where you can rent kayaks, canoes. This is what we did here. And this is actually a part of, it's a man-made lagoon, but the water is fed in through the ocean. And so you will see sea life here. And one of the coolest things that we saw was we actually saw a turtle. I almost hit it with our oar right here. See this little turtle? He just came up to say what's up. I mean, that was pretty cool. And again, you can go swimming in there, you can go snorkeling. This is also a good place to go snorkeling for little kids. If you saw my other video with our excursion to the island of Lanai, I mentioned there that it's probably not the most kid-friendly place to go snorkeling or to learn snorkeling, because it's tough to get through the initial waves. This over here, the water is very calm. You can obviously go stand-up paddleboarding like I did here. My son, he took a little dunk in the water, and you can see how shallow the water is here based on his underwater trip. But look at this picture. You can see the people in the background. They were going just swimming around, snorkeling. And then, of course, there's waterfalls and caves everywhere. And this is like the coolest thing. Similar to the Grand Wailea, you have like hot tubs that are tucked into one corner. You have a water volleyball net that's set up that people can play, organize games. They have a store there. You can rent a bunch of stuff. And for those of you with smaller kids, the nice thing about this whole pool complex is there are areas that are a lot more shallower. I believe they actually even do have a zero depth entry part where you can have little ones basically play. Here's the video of the water slide, which both my son and daughter went down. Again, it's not a huge water slide, but it's just something to keep them occupied, and I think they really enjoyed it, especially if you have little ones too. But of course, even myself, I had to go down one time too. Now, we did do the swimming with dolphins. Of course, like everything else in Hawaii, it is extra and it's very expensive, but it was a once-in-a-lifetime thing, so we decided to go ahead and do it. I mean, look how cute that guy is. Oh, and the dolphin's not bad looking either. Anyway, so we wanted to do it just for one, since none of us have done it before, and it was definitely something that we'll remember. Again, you had to pay extra even for these pictures too. So overall, it was a great experience. Again, so there's so many things to do in that resort that you basically don't even have to leave. If you have any questions about the resort, or if you've even been to the resort yourself, drop me a line in the comments. Let me know what you think. If you guys made it this far, I really appreciate it. Thanks for watching. And I would ask, please take the next just 2 seconds to hit that subscribe button, as well as check out my other Hawaii vacation videos from the island of Maui, as well as some of the other activities that we did here. Thanks again, guys, and I will see you soon.